Made videos in the past about this guy critiquing his takes. I haven't heard this one yet. Let's give it a chance, even though it seems absolutely insane.
Cunningham is now better than Luka Doncic, or at least on the same level. And I can't believe I got here, because I feel like I've always been the Luka guy.
Okay, could it just be team construction? I mean, Luka did take the Mavericks to the finals, and that Mavericks roster wasn't nearly as well constructed as this current Pistons team. Let's at least wait until Cade takes this team to the finals, or maybe even wins, before we say something crazy like this.
But it's time to have a conversation. So I think a lot of us watch Cade dominate the Knicks.
Dude, 142-point game with 13 assists, that's all it takes. Like, Luka's had multiple 40-point games with 13 assists this season. Probably at least one of them being a triple-double.
Again on Thursday. And what he's now doing in February is not just like, oh, Cade is that guy. No.
I mean, yeah, Cade is that guy, but Luka's just a little bit better. I'm not saying Cade's bad. I mean the 49% shooting and 38% from three is pretty good, but it's a single month. Those are numbers that Luka probably won't put up because of his shot selection and the amount of tough shots he takes, but it's 1 month. Let's see those exact numbers for an entire year.
Cade is like the MVP right now. Which, by the way, I took back in November when Kalshi was only giving him a 2% chance.
Yeah, Cade is the MVP, but it's well known that in the NBA, the best player doesn't always win MVP. Jokic has already sit out too many games. Luka's already sit out too many games. And SGA's the only one left competing with him, and he's probably not going to play enough games to get it. Cade Cunningham's going to be the MVP, and he's probably a top 10 player in the NBA now, but he's not better than Luka Doncic. And he certainly would not win the MVP had Jokic stayed healthy this year and or had SGA played more games as well. It's just a fact.
Now he's at 14, so I'm feeling good. But honestly, I have no idea why he's not the favorite. And before Pistons fans call me out, yeah, the reason I've been kind of hesitant to call these guys true contenders is because I guess I just don't think the rest of this roster is actually that.
That's a lie. The roster's really good. Isaiah Stewart is a defensive player of the year candidate, and he's coming off the bench. I know he's not actually going to be a candidate, but if you look at his numbers per minute on the court, he's the best defender in the NBA. Jalen Duren starts over him because he's an even better perceived defender than he is, and he's a great lob threat for any guard to have. The team's got good defense and decent shooting around all those pivotal pieces. I mean, it's a decent squad, and they're obviously good.
Maybe I'm sleeping on Tobias Harris and Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson and all these guys whose previous team were totally cool letting them walk.
I actually agree with that one. The team does make up for a lack of shooting with athleticism. Good take.
Maybe Cade just makes all these guys better, as evidenced by the fact that nearly all of his teammates have better true shooting percentages when Cade is on the floor. Which, to circle all the way back, is what everyone's always said about Luka, and it's 100% true. I just think for Luka to be...
That's not true in my opinion. Luka's actually the better passer as well. Luka's an extremely good passer. He's just a LeBron James type player who needs the ball, and I do agree with that. But the problem with Luka right now isn't that he's bad, it's that his team is constructed with the three best players all needing the ball. And Cade is constructed around a team where he has the ball and the other players are good connective pieces that help him look good. Luka's second and third best player both serve to make him look worse. They're not, off-ball movers. They're more on-ball scorers. So Luka definitely is still better than Cade. In my opinion, he took the Mavericks to the NBA Finals with a subpar roster. I mean, it's insane.
At his best, you kind of need everyone to fit a certain box around him versus Cade's game with the Pistons.
The same argument can be made for LeBron James. LeBron James had to have the perfect players around him in order to win because they needed to fit his play style. But no one out here is going to say Cade Cunningham is better than a prime LeBron James because of that. Come on now.
Is a little more free-flowing. And oh yeah, Cade plays defense. I guess I'm just not convinced if you put Luka on the Pistons and swapped out Cade, they'd be 41-13.
They might not be 41-13, but they'd have a better chance of making the NBA Finals and winning it. That's a fact.
Which means they're at least on the same level. Well, I think Cade Cunningham.
To end the video, that doesn't mean they're at least on the same level. Some of this guy's points made a little bit of sense, I guess, but no. Cade Cunningham did not leapfrog 13 other players and Luka Doncic this year just because of one good regular season. I mean, look at last year. The Rockets were the number 2 seed. Was anyone saying, oh, Alperen Şengün's better than Joel Embiid now? Dude, come on. That's ridiculous. Luka is still Luka Doncic. The team fit around him is bad, and you're right. He does need a team fit to play at his best level. But many players are like that, not just him. And Cade is not better than Luka, and the Pistons are not better for having Cade than they would be if they had Luka. They might have a worse regular season record with Luka, but come playoff time, that team would rather have a Luka than Cade Cunningham. The general manager of the Pistons would rather have Luka than Cade Cunningham. You are blowing smoke, man.